Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Yeah, having a bunch of coffee and a little bit of energy put in there. You know, it's all good. Even the energy drink if you need it. Gotta love those. Anyway, regardless of that, like I said, hopefully everybody's doing well. Like I said, this is going to be my a little bit of troveness in the morning. Basically, really early in the morning, because usually I don't stream this early in the morning. But to say hello people, and of course to just to have a bit of fun and whatnot. Now I'm gonna check out something here. Doo 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 doo. Hmm. I gotta check on something because I know people do grind here a lot. Let me see. Nope. All right, we're doing good. Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'll do a little bit of more red gem dust. Now, I did get basically an extra level of mastery earlier, so yeah, it's not making no difference, of course. It's just all cosmetic. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to see if PvP is still running because I'm going to try doing more match before it resets, of course, and hopefully be able to get something out of it. Because right now I've got one, two, three, four, five things plus the dragon to get. So if it's still open and still people are still doing PvP, that'd be great. If not, I'm not gonna worry about it because I can go back and do that later, which is not a very huge problem for me because it's just one of those things. Now, why am I missing the most right now? I don't know what I'm missing. I gotta see what I'm missing. And okay, I need some water gems, I need some air gems, and bleh. Yep, and I've got 28 fire gems. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I think I've got. No, I don't have these set yet, but I know I'm not gonna change that anytime soon. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm not gonna waste that onto that. Ooh, I do have a night live though. Ooh, 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 ooh. What? No, 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 no. Should I use it on this one or should I use it on that one? I don't know. I don't know. I gotta just level this up. Yeah, I'm gonna basically level this one up first because I'll give myself some light. Boom, done, and done like dinner. Dinner. Gotta love dinner. Anyway, just basically max and relax in here, and just basically trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna be doing because there's a lot of stuff I can be doing right now. Oh yeah. Ooh. Now, let me see. Do power rank on the Solarian. It's 84. Interesting. Okay, what I'm going to do here is to see if PvP is still running, and then I'm going to go along and do it that way. So let me see here. Now, blue gem dust. I can always go for more cosmic. I don't need dome. Uh, Oh, I know what I can do. I know exactly what I can do. Yay! I can actually make another one of those. Yummies. Because I just noticed I have all cores. So it is great. It's great. It's great. Of course, trying to basically look at all the cores I have, and I was like, oh my god, I could have that many cores. This is why I said core farming is very important. Like, I mean, to that point, if at least if you're making alternate characters and stuff like that, that makes a very huge difference. Now I'm going to actually going along. I can make one more of these. Ooh. Now I can actually use that on my character if I decide to do so to make this one to next level. But do I want to do that without a night live? No, I don't. So what I'm going to do right now is basically look for. I gotta go and start doing mastering. There's a zone soon. There's a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, it's not hard to get mastery, but it just takes a bit more levels to get up there, and that is the biggest problem right now. And like I said, it's just one of those things. Ooh, PvP still on the go. Nice. So at least I'd be able to get an extra coin or two. That's exactly what I'm looking for now, because every coin actually do count as a grind. So let's do this. Now, I don't know if I can. Nope, I can't change my character, but that's fine. That's fine. Do 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 do. Whoops. All right, let's go. Do 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 do. Whoops. All right. Which way am I going to drop? Should I go on the highest point? Well, a lot of people are going to go for the highest point, I think. We got one person that's already trying to hit me, which is really funny. But you don't realize what I'm actually going to try to accomplish. Boop. I already got that person once. I know they can heal back up. Like I said, I don't lock on targets like some people do. They'll basically lock on targets forever just because he thinks they're easy targets. But it's all good. It's all good with cheese. Oh yeah. All right, what we're gonna do here is wait for a minute, because that minute will actually either somebody else is going to actually drop next to me and or try to kill me or do something else. I'm not sure, because people are basically people. Like I said, I'm letting them battle it out. I'm trying to get down to 1 versus 1 right now. I should have used a little different character, because there is characters that's a little bit better for this, but such a limitation on movement speed. Ooh. Oh no you don't. Oh no you don't. I'm just picking up power-ups right now. And watch those two guys duke it out. Ooh. Gotta love that. Yeah, like I said, I would be making my stream today only for that I've got to basically go to the hospital in this next little bit. So it's going to be kind of like, bleh. But it's okay though. It's absolutely okay. Okay, waiting. Whoa, waiting. Ah, there he is. There he would be. Oh. Whoa. Hork. Oh no! No! The line just went under me! No! Ah, crap. Oh, I got 3 coins. Why not? It's better than no coins. Usually PvP this hour, it's not opened, so I'm gonna take advantage of this and see how many times I can actually get PvP, because I don't do PvP. Because I've got the tome and stuff like that, but I don't mind getting a couple of starter coins. Like, I mean, I'm not legitimate going along and saying, oh my God, at it, because it just doesn't work. But you know what it is. So let me go downstairs. All right, let me see. What is the Blast One rewards next? That is 200, 150. No, I'm not going to get 150 today, but, well, I could. I could get this one to drop down to 4 items. To 200, it'll take me a day or 2, because where I don't do that much PvP. Now, let me see here. I'm looking for this is what I'm looking for. I got 21 fragments out of 100. So, and once I get that 100, I can actually make the dragon egg. But as you notice, I got everything else for it. I got the lava. I've got the coins for it. But actually, 50 coins is pretty cheap for a dragon. But the thing is, it's just the bombs and stuff like that that's required. So it's not too bad. Like, I mean, it's not, like, it is a little legitimate dragon, which is nice. And it's actually one of the cheapest dragons I've ever seen, ever. Because usually it's like 300-400 dragon coins or the darn thing. But, you know, it's what it is. Can't complain, of course. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, a lot of people, basically, some people already got that dragon. Some people already got 2 dragons from the new update. People start waiting to get the rest of them. Some people have got a little bit more and a little bit less. You know, it's what it is. And like I said, I've got almost everything except a new area cleared. Well, not cleared, but mostly everything collected. The only thing is I don't have right now, I've got everything else except over here because this is actually a different type of thing altogether. Like, I mean, I've got a bunch of that, I've got a bunch of that, but see, I can always craft these. I can act, but see, as you notice, I've got two more of these left to go. But the only way I can get these two is actually do steppers. So I left those two out. Like, I mean, I got a couple of steppers and stuff before, but I'm just basically working on that. And like, I mean, there's a couple of things I don't have, but the stuff that I do have is not. It's all to do with in-game drops, it's in-game grinding. The more grinding, of course, you do, the more you benefit from that, and that's pretty much how it works. But like I said, if you like the stream so far, you can always hit that follow button, of course, and be able to support my channel. And basically also check my YouTube channel because my YouTube channel is basically getting pretty crowded with information and stuff like that, and just a little bit of fun antics. Like I said, I'm trying to get more content in there as well. Like I mean, like I said, I've been only doing this for the last couple of months, but I've been streaming for a good a good few years. But it's fun. It's fun. Like I mean, if you want to make it fun, like I said, it is a lot of work to it, though. Like I said, to that point. Like I mean, it depends on how much work you put into it. Let me see. But let me see if I can get into another round of PvP. Now, class select. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna go switch over to my Shadowhunter, and I'm going to actually no, actually I was gonna do the Solarian, wouldn't I? With the last, I'm gonna see if I got enough of those clovers because I've been saving clovers and stuff the last little bit just to make it. So let me get over here. Let me check this out. Well, actually, I can make two more of those. I can make three more of those. I can make 51. No, I don't have enough of nothing. Hmm. I'm just going to wait, I think, because that's 11. I know I can get those for free anyway every week, so I don't mind inching my character along a little bit because that'll give me a chance of getting better gems. Now, I do have some stellars still to replace and so on and so forth, so I'm not in no rush to do that, of course. And yes, I am spending a lot of time in the hub right now. I should be able to get grinding, basically grinding gems and whatnot. So give me a second here. Let me get to the thing here. Ooh, I got loads of aventurine. I don't use it anymore. Now I've got to go and get some more water gems. This is what I was saying before about sparks and stuff like that. You want to have loads of them because of the fact that sparks will take you the longest grind. It's not gem dust, especially in Uber 11. You can craft them and stuff like that, but let's say you get more gem dust when you get sparks, but like I mean, in Uber 11 it's not so bad. Like I mean, you get a better drop chance to get in those. Let me see. I'm going to basically open up the fire gems I got yesterday and start working with that, and then I'll have something to work with this morning. Now I got to go along and do it that way, and be able to do it this way. Do 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 do. La da da do. Ooh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I've been playing this game for a very long time. I should be one of the highest masteries right now, but of course I don't spend that much money and stuff like that into the game. It's not worth it to me. Like I mean, I rather grind my stuff. If I miss something, I miss it. I don't. But like I mean, anything beyond the 500 mastery, it really matters nothing because what happens is the turn output of the mastery itself is just more cosmetic after that point. So it's like if someone else got something, they can actually have like kind of a bragging right to a point if you wanted to do it that way. But at the other hand, it really is nothing after 500. Like I said, you can get like I think at the 5:30 you get the last tome, and you've pretty much got everything in the game at that point. Like I mean, you just collect what you need to get and look at exactly what you need to get. Like I said, it's pretty crazy. Like I said, when it comes to that, like I said, I'm pretty high in mastery myself, but there's some mastery. If I don't get it, I'm not going to worry about it. Like I mean, I'm missing one item so far because people are charging way too much for it. Like I said, they're charging more than a Gonda, so I'm not going to buy that because that will be ludicrous. I'd rather buy the Gonda first, then buy basically the mount, and the mount was basically from an event. Now it will pretty much return back into the game once again, but hopefully it'll be cheaper, and hopefully it has a better drop chance because there's only a handful of people that had it or got it. And even with the serious grinders in here, there's only X number amount that was dropped, and that's just a great big huge thing. Like I mean, I'm a grinder too to a point, but like I mean, I don't go crazy with it. Not like some people. Like I mean, I come in here for about 45 minutes or whatever the case may be, just to do my dailies, hop back off, and so on and so forth. And plus the game, like I said, with doing recordings and stuff like that, or doing streams, it only lasts X number amount of minutes. Like I mean, I can get, or even sometimes hours. The longest stream I've got was 2 hours and 49 minutes on Trove. So yeah, and I just got a pretty decent gem. So I got to find out exactly what character I'm going to put it on because I got to weed out some of the HP out of some of these characters because they're way too high. Physical maximum, this one is way too high because this one's a couple of million. And I'm still trying to fix that. Of course, that's one good thing about crystalline gems and stuff like that. You can actually fix problems within your characters, so you'll be able to keep going with that. So, like I said, it's just depends on how much grind you put into the game itself, and how much you actually play. It will make a difference at the end of the day. But if you don't put no time and effort into it, see, like you gotta think of it this way: a grinder is a grinder for a reason, and that reason itself is basically have time enough to play it. If you don't have time enough to play it, like I said, you can play like I say Fortnite and play a couple of hours every week, or to play other games that doesn't require that much time. But a grinders takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of dedication. And I mean a lot of dedication. It is basically if you missed a year or two, you're missing so much of the game. Like I mean, it's just crazy. Like I mean, I even mentioned to one person before. I said I never took a break since this game started. I know people just have to take a 2 or 3 years break and so on and so forth because of family things and stuff like that. And that's fine. You know, it does work that way. But on the other hand, like I mean, life things will basically change your game style and game time as well. So that's exactly what I look at. So now let me see. I gotta check on the leaderboards for a second again, and I'm still at 24. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Just because I know who these people are and what they're doing. All right, sweet, sweet. Like I said, and a good morning to everybody, of course. Basically, I'm doing a little bit of our earlier stream and doing it that way. Let me see. I don't need that character right now. I'm just basically doing a U11 grind right now. Hopefully, I can get some PvP and stuff in and get a couple of coins. But of course, as I said before in this video, at the beginning, almost the beginning of the video, that I don't do very much PvP itself because I don't like the way the PvP is laid out with this season. It's horrible. Like I mean, it's just like I mean, you get lucky. You get on top of something and just wait for all the ground to disappear, or you really don't have to do anything to actually get first place. It's crazy, yeah, and it's different. Like I mean, I turned around and looked at all the stuff that's in the game currently, and working with that itself, and trying to figure out exactly what's going on. And it's exactly what I was looking at. I was like, oops. All right, let's go. And of course, U11 is a lot of fun. You will evidence that basically if you get to the end game, that's exactly what it is. It's just basically it's all a rinse and repeat process. But on the other hand, it's a fun rinse and repeat process. Like I mean, there's so much stuff that you can actually do with this game. It is a hard game to pick up. It's a hard game to understand because it throws so much information at you. That's why I've got my YouTube channel and stuff like that to help people out starting off with the game and so on and so forth, so they can actually be able to get the information that they're looking for. Also, like I said, supporting gamers and stuff like that. I love doing that because, like I said, it gives me something to do during the day and so on and so forth. So, like I said, people that follows me and stuff like that, I don't mind basically even spending some time in their channel, even an hour to each person, because I do have multiple devices that I do use for that, so I can actually use that as support. Also, like to be able to actually like I said, still play my games and stuff like that. And like I said, it's just crazy. Like I mean, but like I said, if you're actually new to trove or anything like that, or like to be able to get a hand with it, I'd be able to actually answer the questions. Like I said, as I'm live, but also I'd be able to answer the questions in my YouTube channel as well. Because, like I mean, I'm like I said, when I'm taking a break from streaming and stuff like that, you can actually be able to use that and utilize that as much you want, and be able to learn how to play Trove. Like I mean, I do Minecraft and stuff too, and I'm basically trying to get a Sonic series going right now. I'm trying to actually look after all the genres of the games if I can actually do that and see exactly what is going on with that. So, like I mean, I've been working on my channel quite a bit and trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing with that. So, like I mean, I'm trying to actually make it kind of like kid friendly to a point where, like I said, you won't like I say hear me curse or anything like that, and if you do, it's very very mild. Like I mean, I'll use alternate lingo and so on and so forth. So, like I mean, I'm used to basically streaming for different age groups and stuff like that too. Like I mean, it's crazy, it's crazy. But like I said, I like doing this. Like I mean, it's a lot of fun if you want to make it fun. Like I mean, it is. YouTube and Twitch is a job to a point. It's a job to get those followers. It's a job to basically get a channel up and basically get all that stuff going. It just takes time. Like you got to have patience for it. It's not something that's going to grow overnight. And people got to realize that. People basically just starting off streaming. Oh man, my channel is not growing in a week. Oh my God. And I'm like, okay, it's not going to grow in a week because it's not going to grow that fast. Basically, you put the time and effort, and like I said, even so, show some support. Like I said, that's the best way of doing it. Like I mean, if you get a good community and stuff like that, helping each other out too. Like I mean, see, you got to think about it this way. You got a community that's going to help each other out, but how long is that community going to last? Like I mean, to get up to a certain point or a certain aspect, what you're looking for. Like I mean, you got to think of it this way. It's like to me, basically doing Twitch and YouTube is like a monopoly. It's like a business monopoly. Basically, you basically get all the information that you know and exactly that works, and then you basically get help from other people. But not saying that could be a bad thing, and it could be also a good thing because, like I said, sometimes that'll actually turn face on you. So you got to be very careful with that. And what I mean by turn face is just that you don't know, like I said, you don't know who's online. You don't know what their personality is. All you do is see them on screen and stuff like that. I can't say that's a bad thing, but you don't know what their prerogative is. You don't know what their basically their main goal is. Like I mean, I do tell people what my main goal is on here. Like I said, I'm trying to get a channel that's going to be basically supporting a lot of the homeless people and so on and so forth. I'm not doing it for myself because really myself, like I mean, I do have a job. It's not a real big high paid job, mind you me, but I do have something that has to keep myself a little bit stable. But of course, the price of everything, like I said, price of food, the price of everything is after going up. So, like I said, if you're a very young person, you don't understand that until you actually get older. And then once that hits you, it's like, oh my God, I got all these bills to pay. I've got all this stuff to do. No. So yeah, it piles on top of you really, very, very, very quickly. So it's like I've got a person. Basically, he's still learning how to manage his money. Before, he used to go out and spend it on different things. And what happened is he himself basically he's in his 20s. He's only young himself. He's not a Twitcher or a YouTuber or anything like that. He's just a straight up gamer. He just does his own thing once in a while. And what he used to do, like I said, he used to spend his money on other different things. Now, he's his basically one of his father basically passed away and everything else. And he was living with his father for the longest time, and now all of his responsibilities are all on his shoulders. He was only 20 years old, and that's fair. That's basically fairly young still for everything to fall back up on you and try to learn how to live. Like I mean, people, like I said, if you got no one to teach you how to do things, or whatever the case may be, and you're missing that factor, that's a great biggest thing. Like I mean, in that direction, and people don't realize it at the end of the day. Like I mean, how important everything else is that's around you. Like I mean, yes, you might basically go along and say, "Oh, I'm gaining this," or I might be gaining that. But at the other hand, what are you actually gaining? Are you gaining like information, or are you gaining, like I said, trust a person, or what are you trying to gain itself? So that's exactly how it works. Like I mean, see, the thing is, I don't mind, like I said, playing games and stuff like that, because I've been playing games since I've been 4 years old. I love doing this. Like I mean, I do love streaming and stuff like that, and I love you all, of course. Like I said, if you do like the stream so far, basically you can actually hit the follow button as well. You can also check out my YouTube channel, as I mentioned before. Like all the support will basically go towards the common goal, of course. Like if followers are one thing, of course, this is the way I look at it. Supporters is another. Supporters of a channel is someone actually just sitting down and just watching your stream for about 5 or 10 minutes. Don't have to be a very long time at all. And what it is just more to basically help a person out. It could be just funding wise. It could be just something that's simple. But like I said, basically it's not like the support. It's not hindering nobody else. Like I mean, it's up to you. Like I said, what you want to do, and so on and so forth. And like I said, as I said before, in a couple of my couple of my videos, I said that nobody actually really forced anybody to do anything. It's just if you enjoy, you enjoy. And that's exactly the right reason to actually follow somebody. If you enjoy their stream or whatever the case may be. And like I said, if you like the videos and stuff like that. Basically, I try to do as much fun in my videos as I possibly can. Without, like I said, I even try to use some dry humor sometimes. But I mean, that only goes so far. I know that itself, and that's exactly what I try to do. Like I said, and I try to support people back to, like I mean, to that point. Like people have to help me to get to where I'm to right now, and I'm very, very thankful for that. And like I said, I don't forget these people. Like I mean, I constantly go to their channels and stuff like that. Like I mean, soon as they follow me and I follow back, well, basically we got an open communication, which is really nice. And it's basically for all those millions of players out there and millions of streamers. Think about it this way: it's when you actually get a good community together and basically helping each other out, even if it's only a little bit, even if it's only a couple of minutes. That means that couple of minutes. That means, like I said, I'm after spending hours just lurking and stuff like that into their channels. Like I mean, I leave my phone on, just basically to help these people out. Like I mean, I'll go along and say hello. Don't be rude. Don't be obnoxious. Don't try to pretend something that you're not. It's only a game. Like I mean, in that direction. But after respect and stuff like that. And that's how you become. I don't know if you become successful doing that. But I think you get a little bit more respect in that direction. Even it works in the real world that way too. So it's just it's quite interesting the way things work, and the way things will actually be laid out. And like I said, it's very interesting. Like I mean, Like, I mean, that's why I love doing what I do. Like, I mean, supporting others. Like I said, if someone is actually getting ahead, I love to see someone else get ahead. Like, I mean, it's not just about one side of the coin with me because it just doesn't work. Like, if it was one side of the coin, I'd be like some of the top YouTubers out there. Like, I'd be like saying, "Hey, this is me. I don't give you know," and that's exactly the attitude I don't have. I love, like I said, I love everybody, of course, equally, and like I said, I respect everybody equally. The only time I'll actually disrespect somebody is when I basically get disrespect. And then I'll basically treat the person exactly the way they want to be treated. But now that doesn't mean I'm going to go along and start screaming, yelling, and bawling, and act like a fool. I don't do that. I've got no time for that. Life is too short to basically dwell on different things. Life is too short to be there trying to actually cry over spilt milk because it doesn't work. Like I said, yeah, it sounds like I'm giving life advice right now, but I mean, it's what it is, you know. Like I said, when you actually love doing what you're doing and stuff like that, you'll see exactly how far you can actually go with it and how much fun you can actually have with it. Like, I mean, as long as you're having fun with something, why not? You know? And like I said, it's not just sitting down and like I said, the thing is, a lot of things are after changing in this world, and I noticed that myself. Even for me growing up, I remember, like say, going out and having a game of ball hockey out on the street. You don't see that anymore. That's gone. There's a lot of stuff that's gone as well. Now, you might see the very younger people going out to a park or playing a little bit of baseball, but once they actually get older, they disappear. And that's the thing. They don't be around anymore. Not because they turned 20 plus years old, they got married or whatever. That could be a case of the factor, but these people are only like 14 or 15 or 16 years old. They're gone. They just disappear. And like, I mean, I remember when I was 12 and 13 years old, that basically we used to build forts in the backyard. We used to basically, all of my friends and stuff like that used to have a blast. We used to basically have a extension cord run right from his bedroom window just to run music and lights and stuff like that. Now that was only practical for kids to do that way because, of course, it was a lot cheaper than trying to run the full electrical and stuff like that because kids don't know how to do that. Like, I mean, to that point. So you do what you need to do. And so that's exactly where things is out there changing. And people be like, oh, that's what it used to be. Yes, it used to be like that. And like I said, that's why I like people so much because I like basically I like everything about everybody to a point. Now that doesn't mean make me a weird person or anything like that. It's just respect and so on and so forth. And like I said, if you got it, you got it. You know, and that's exactly what I look at. Like, I mean, like I say, you got people here on YouTube and Twitch. Like I said, they do scream and yell on the ball a lot. They basically rage quit. That's fine. Rage quitting is fine. Rage quitting is fine to a point, like I said, to that extent. But when it comes to actually doing a game and just basically start screaming, yelling, bawling because you cannot do nothing in the game or just don't understand the game, like I said, this is something I try to teach people itself, like in games and stuff like that. Basically, to say, hey, this is exactly what a game is. This is exactly how to play it. And there's no other way to really, no other way to playing it. That's why I play MMOs a lot because they're less stressful. They work, and they can actually be able to basically help control a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, a lot of anger issues and stuff like that. If you've got ADD and ADHD, like, I mean, if you're playing Trove and stuff like that, you'll find this game very relaxing. I will say that. Yeah, sometimes you will die, or sometimes you'll crash or get troved through their connections. But besides that, like, I mean, the game is pretty straightforward. Like, I mean, it's not frustrating. It's not like something to pull your ear out and so on and so forth. And like, I mean, this is why I like about these type of games. Like, if I'm playing Dead by Daylight or something like that, horror games, I find them a little bit frustrating, but not necessarily frustrating. But like shooter games, like, I mean, people basically, if they're on PC, they're going to be using mods or basically using scuff controllers or using something basically to go against you. And that's something, like, I mean, a scuff controller does help a little bit. But, I mean, then you got people cheating, you got people doing things. This is why I try to stay away from shooter games because of that reason. Now, I know, like I said, I used to play Call of Duty back in the day. Uh, and I used to play also Black Hawk Down. I used to play all these games. Like, I mean, I used to play GTA. Like I said, I came very good with GTA and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I'm only a level, I think I'm a level 26 on there, fully opt. And someone asked it one time, how in the heck did you get fully opt so quick? I said, the understanding of the game. Like, I mean, to understand the way things work and so on and so forth. Now, I can put these things here if I wanted to. That's what I'm going to think about doing, I think. Just to get, ooh, these are the dinosaur ones. Ooh, nice. But yeah, it's just the way things work. I can put one in the middle here. Wink. All right, that's it. Now I got an extra storage spot for that. So now I can get all my trophies and stuff again and work on that as much as I can. Now I've got to go along, go yoink, go yoink, and yoink. All right, we're going to go along and do this. And boop. Now I can put those few there. Yeah, like I said, Trove looks like a kid's game. I thought the same thing when I started playing it, but it reminds me of so much of Diablo. Like, if you ever played Diablo 3 and the way the game is designed, you will actually understand the game itself, or partially. What they did with it is just kind of like made Diablo 3. Basically, the kind of like lighten the load off of Diablo 3 because Diablo 3 is a really, really popular game. And what they did was just basically made a kind of cartoonish version of that. And they also basically added, that's why they got Paragram and stuff like that, is directly made off that game. And I was even said that to one person before, back in the day. I even said to him, I said, this Trove basically reminds me of Diablo 3. He said, no, it doesn't. I said, did you ever look at the statting system they got in there? I said, it's exactly the same. Like, I mean, you got Paragram, you got, like, your ice stats, you got different things in the game. And it's crazy. Right now, like I said, I'm just doing some trophies here, try to make things work. Yep. So I'm slowly getting there, of course. Now I got to get this to fix over there. There we go. Perfect. Now, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of, there's no, see, the thing is, I was thinking at one point there was a lot of kids that used to play Trove. Yes. But now, the way things have changed, there's a lot of older people that play Trove. Because it's not the younger people that doesn't grasp the game, but it's like they give people get, at younger age. I find they get bored a lot easier. This game is basically meant to be grinded. This game is meant to be played. It's not like everything is going to be laid out right in front of you, and that's just the thing. You got to literally work for everything, and you got to make sure you've got everything laid out every single day. Like if you make a plan, and let's say if I'm going to go out and grind gems, okay, I've got that plan made out, and I want to be able to do it that way. So I'm going to go along and do some grind some gems and go out there. But I'm going to have that plan long before I come into the game. I'm not going to go along and say, "Oh, I'm just going to get into the game and basically just mess around." Like, I mean, it's just one of those things. But like, I mean, it is just a different type of game. Like, I mean, people be like I said, anyone that played, like I said, the horror side of it, which is basically Diablo 3. Yes, it's done like I said with a little bit more cartoonish graphics and so on and so forth. But don't let graphics fool you. That's one thing that I tell people with games. It might be the most shittiest graphics you ever seen, might, but the gameplay and storyline might blow you away. And I said this to a couple of people before. They would say, "No, no, I can't play this because it looks crap." But you don't know. You don't know if it's crap or not. Like, I mean, think of it this way: Undertale graphics is just basically like the Super Nintendo, but still people play it, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, you can't judge the book by its cover. You just got to look at exactly what it is and then what you can actually do with it. And that's something that I noticed too in games and stuff like that. It's what you do in the game itself and how you can actually enjoy it. Now, oh, I just got a elephant cookie plant. Oops. I'm not going to open that up right now. Marketplace. Let me see how much that cookie's worth. Cookies. 39K. That's not too bad. So I can put it up to 39K. Yes, why not? That's a 39K. I don't have to grind, which is fine. I don't sell mounts for that much flux, and I don't rip off people. Like, I mean, I know how certain things are easier to get, and certain things are harder to get, so on and so forth. Anyway, regardless of that, I'm going to go back and do some more Drowned World, of course, and get that ball rolling so I can get more gem dust because I need a load of it. I need a load of sparks. I need a load of everything. Like I said, you can also, like I said, check out my YouTube channel as well. Like I said, you can also support the channel too because, like I said, I am doing a peripheral of games, and I'm trying to basically make my repertoire of games a lot more. Now, like I said, I'm just trying the different genres right now to see exactly what it is and what I can actually do. So, well, for me, like I said, I try to do my best with that. I also try to give people the right information and stuff like that within the game. Because like I said, a lot of people out there will give you the wrong information or they say they know what they're doing and so on and so forth. But that doesn't mean they know what they're doing. They just basically, some people grind this much in this game by to slap the characters together, not really realizing what they're doing. Like, I mean, there's quite a few of them that does that. And I don't mind people doing that because it's just like one of those things. But like, I mean, yeah, you got to remember there was a lot of players at one point, a lot of OGs, and I mean a lot of OGs used to play this, and then they basically vanished for a little bit. There's a lot of them that quit, literally quit, and never returned. There is some that has returned. Like a lot of these that's after returning now. Like, I mean, the player base, what it used to be is not what it is now. It's completely 100% different. But that does happen over time in games. Like, I mean, it's never going to be the same players and not going to be the same aspect. Like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's after changing in here. And this is one thing I like about it because of the fact that I know exactly what's going on in that direction and so on and so forth. So, yeah. Like, I mean, I love these type of games because they're more relaxing, they're more whatever. And like I said, it still takes. See, you gotta remember, I find the more frustrating a game is, basically the less time you want to spend on it, because you don't want to be pulling your hair out and saying, "Oh my God, this is so horrible," and so on and so forth. But when it's just relaxing and stuff like that, you'll end up basically doing the more of the grind. You don't even realize that you're doing that much of a grind because it works just that way. And this is something that you get to look at too. Like, I mean, if you are playing like a shooter game and you're basically getting frustrated with it, well, like I said, always take a break because those breaks will actually cost you a lot less frustration and stuff like that. And just take your time with it because games will be around forever. And I mean forever. Like, I mean, they've already been around for 30 plus years already. And I don't see them disappearing anytime soon. So that's exactly where I look at it. Like I said, don't stress out about it because it's no good to basically stress out over a game because, I mean, just look at exactly what you need to do. Look at exactly how you need, basically how much time you need to play into the game itself, and it will make stuff work right for you. Like I said, just don't basically let it get to you because then you don't enjoy the game anymore. You're like, I mean, I'm quitting this game because I can't not do anything. Well, that means you're not doing anything anyway to basically to benefit yourself. That's another thing. Like, I mean, if you're just basically playing Minecraft and you're expecting everybody to do the work for you, well, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, yes, you get the trophies, you get different things like that. But if you're just sitting down doing nothing, that's another thing too. Like, I mean, if you're not doing anything, you will be bored. Seriously. A lot of these games are made to be played correctly, so you can actually utilize stuff in that in the game too. Learn the mechanics of the game. Learn how to do different things. Even if you only play creative in Minecraft, learn how the mechanics work. Learn how different things work. Not just build square buildings and stuff like that, but learn how different things work. So when you go to survival, you'll be able to go in there and have fun with survival. Like, I mean, the crew that I was with before, we done a lot of work and done a lot of research on different things. Basically what we used to do, we never try to one up each other or anything like that, but he used to build one thing and I used to build the bigger, and I used to modify it to make it work more efficient. And basically, I even gave him an idea if you want to spend the time at it. I don't mind even going and helping him with that, just to basically make a super auto firmer for iron and stuff like that. He's got a decent one right now, but I was thinking basically to try to make it even better. And this is something that we work with. We work with mechanics. We work with different things in the game. And this is what my crew does. Like, I mean, I've got a huge crew of about almost 50 or 60 people that I can actually pop in and I just have a few games and stuff, Minecraft and stuff with. And it's crazy just because there is a lot of people that play it, but there's how many people knows how to play it. That's the thing. And without going into someone else's world, wrecking stuff up and stuff like that. And this is something we try to avoid. We try to work with each other so we can get the trophies, to have fun with the game, and so on and so forth. We do not do creative. I do creative from time to time just to test the builds to see how many blocks it would take to actually make something that looks nice. But in most cases, I don't use creative at all because I find, like I said, the survival is a little bit more of a challenge. Well, it's a lot more of a challenge, of course, and it's like Trove. Like I said, if you once you learn how to play the game, you start to learn how to enjoy it. All right, nice, my friend. How are you doing, my friend? And welcome to welcome to the chat, of course. Yeah, I'll basically, if you are going to be Fuzzy, if you are going to be streaming later on today, I'll make sure I'm in your channel because what I'm going to do for you today is basically use my cell phone. I'm going to be in your vicinity mostly all day, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically do that for the most active people that's streaming for all this week to help them support the channel, basically help them build it up and stuff like that. And if I'm actually streaming myself, because it doesn't take away from my stream. So I can actually still stream and stuff like that and support you guys. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So like I said, if you're streaming later on today, because I've got to go to the hospital right now in about another hour. I got to get ready. So, well, like I said, that's up to you. You know, you do what you do. Like, I mean, but if you do, like, I'm there to support as much as I can. Like, I mean, it's basically what I do. Like I said, this is why I stream, so I can help other people out, and so on and so forth. Like I said, I don't care about what other people think. I don't care about the greed value. I don't care about anything like that. Like I said, some people are there just to make the fortune and fame. Some people are there just to do whatever. But but I just look at it that way, Like I mean, it's to me, I do it for all to do with respect, more so than not. So yeah, I gotta love spikes. But anyway, like I said, and when it comes to that, yeah. Like I said, I've got to get ready shortly to go to the hospital just because I got to get a pre-op done before I got to get an operation. Of course, it's only minor. It's not life-threatening. It's just something I've been dealing with the last past year and a half. They're finally basically getting it fixed. Yeah, it's only a mild hernia in his stomach, so it's not killing me or anything like that. You know, it's something that I got to deal with. It's like I said, it's I've been dealing with basically a lot of life stuff. Like I said, a lot of medical issues and stuff like that all through my life. So I'm used to it, you know. So I'm doing good though. Like I said, it's not bugging me. It's not bothering me. It's just when I get the operation done, it'll basically be about 6 weeks. I won't be able to lift a bag of sugar because of the strain and stuff like that. But I don't mind that. Like I said, it's what it is. It's something that, you know, like I said, something that I like that I got to get done. Like I mean, I've been waiting already a year and a half for to get it done. I wanted to get it done almost right ASAP because it gives me that much more time to go along and get myself healed and stuff like that. But it's been a while. So if I could live a year and a half with it, I can definitely live a lot longer. But I want to get it fixed so I can actually start lifting weight and stuff like that again, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, it's just crazy. Let me see. Like I said, if you guys play Trove or anything like that, like I said, or even don't play Trove, just could be just a randomized game. I do play multiple different games. Well, yeah, Trove is free. It just takes a lot of time and dedication to play it, but it is a free grinder. Like I mean, I've been playing this since it came out on the console. It's out on PC as well if you do have a PC, but it's a lot. It's not a stressful game. It's not well, like when you die and you like lose all your stuff. No, basically you build up your characters and stuff like that, and basically just build up around that. But Trove is free. Like I mean, you can always give it a chance. See, thing about this way, a lot of young people started playing this game. A lot of young people quit playing this game because they don't understand it. This is why I started my YouTube channel and stuff like that, so the younger people can still play it and understand what they're doing, and then the older people, like I said, like myself and everything else, can actually start teaching people how to play it, because this is like Diablo 3. It doesn't look like Diablo 3, but it plays pretty much similar to that, with a little bit of Minecraft kicked in there. Like I mean, I could go along and like I said, I could take up just a little bit of sand right here, take up the blocks, and that's the only thing that reminds me of Minecraft, that you can actually do that. And you can actually go do some customizations to a club world and stuff like that. You can make pixel art. You can do everything that you can actually do in Minecraft, and that's exactly the way it works. You know. Uh, Basically, what it is with my Diablo 3, I played that for years. I stopped playing it because there was a lot of hackers and cheaters into the game. It just basically made me lose interest into it. But the game was a lot of fun. Like I mean, building the characters, doing all that stuff, and doing everything else in between. Like I mean, like I said, I learned from playing like Baldur's Gate. What was it? Basically, all the Zelda games. Except, like I said, the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker's the only two I never got a chance. Yeah, yeah. Well, think of it this way. You said you wanted for me to help a person with streaming, because I can help them with that, which is not a problem. Hey, what's up, man? How are you doing? And thanks for the follow, of course. Is this the person you were talking about before? Hey, Hawaii, what's up, man? And welcome to the chat, of course. And your dinosaurs again. Woo! Gotta love dinosaurs. Some of us feels like a dinosaur. Well, I do it pretty good. I'm just doing a stream right now because I've got to go and see an appointment with a doctor, and then this morning, and then I'll be coming back later on this afternoon to be able to do a stream. But there's going to be a break period. I think I might be in a hospital for 2 or 3 days after the 3rd of October. So just letting people know exactly what's going on with me. So people, if they do miss me on here on streaming, which is something that just for those people itself, like I mean, I like to let my followers know and those people that is just watching that I basically have got a mild hernia to my stomach. I had it for about a year and a half. Of course, I was hoping to try to get them to fix it as soon as I got it. Well, but I've been suffering with that for a couple of years. But it's only the last year and a half it's been noticeable, whatever the case may be. It's all to do with acid reflux and stuff too, so it's just one of those things. But that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm basically prepping for that, doing a stream before I go to there to get the pre-op. It's not going to be done today, of course. It's going to be done on the 3rd. I just got to meet the doctor and stuff like that, just say hello, give him a handshake and say, how are you doing? So that's pretty much all today is. So it's all good. I've got to be out there at 8:30, so it's another hour, and I can be out the door and so on and so forth. Hopefully everybody's doing good, though, besides that, and hopefully everybody is enjoying the show so far. This is basically, if you never ever played this game is a lot of fun. This is a super grinder. This just means if you miss time and stuff like that in the game, you will actually miss events. You miss mastery, you miss a few things. But in most cases, like, I mean, it is not stressful. It's very good, like for those people that have severe ADD and ADHD issues and so on and so forth. And as you could see, like I said, I'm just grinding away. I'm doing gems right now. I'm building up my characters and stuff. It is a different type of game. It's not like a horror genre game. It looks like more cartoonish. It looks like a little bit more of a kid's game. But I will tell you, it's not a kid's game. It's a knockoff or a clone of Diablo 3. If you ever played Diablo 3 before, you will actually understand what this game actually is. And this is something that I tried to mention to you before. They took the two best games, or actually Diablo 3 was one of the most popular games back in the day when they were actually first released. Now, of course, over time, the population and everything has dropped off. But they're waiting for that game to die to drop Diablo 4. But if they're waiting for that game to drop off and it's still going after even all these years, there must be something to it. And of course, the top selling game is basically Minecraft. So what they did is basically put it in some Minecraft things in here too. Like, I mean, think of it this way. You can use your own concepts, your own ideas. If you're actually watching Sir Dougley Fresh, and you're watching his stream at some point, you'll see exactly what you could actually do with this game when it comes to building and stuff. You'd have a great big huge club world. I'll show you my club world itself, so you'll get the gist of it, but my club world has never been worked on for years, and I am only made small buildings. He himself made pixel art. He done mini games for the kids. You can actually do a lot of that stuff. Well, right now I've got a little tiny palace over here. Well, it's supposed to be. I've got a mine thing over here, as you see. But you can change the color of these things, of these blocks. As you mine them and stuff like that, you can make them whatever color you want. The only thing is difference between this and Minecraft, it doesn't not have the textures. The textures have been removed because it keeps the game under 2 gigabytes. 2 gigabytes. Like, I mean, it's a very quick download. Like I said, the game does have an issues at times. It crash quite a bit. Or basically everybody that plays this game, it's called being troved. but it's very quick to get back into the game. There is nothing to basically to hold you back, and what you can actually do. Like you can build whatever you mind can put to. I'll show you exactly another club. I'm going to show you Vertex. This one is actually the one I'm part of. This is the one actually got the most stuff built into. This is the one that actually has some of the nice buildings that you can actually do with colors. Like this one's got a little bit of stuff, but as you can see, there's a great big tree. I know there's not much to the tree, but as you can see, you got buildings, you got different colors, you got different. Like I mean, this is Minecraft, but a different version of it. And you can actually do whatever you want in this game. It's unbelievable. And like I said, if you got the imagination, or even just decide to go grinding, I don't build nothing. But this is exactly what you can actually do with the game. There is a lot of concepts in this game. Like, I mean, if you get bored with one thing, you switch to the other. They try to take the boredom out of the grind. Like, I mean, Minecraft has such a limitation to a certain point. But when it comes to like what you can actually do with this game, it's completely different. And people would be like, oh, that's exactly what it is. Let me see if I can actually look for a portal here to show you another part of this map. Now, this is only the beginning. This is like the portal when you come in first. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, like I said. It's crazy what you can do with this game. Like, I mean, people don't realize, like, I mean, this is a gem. But it is a gem for all players. Like, I mean, if you're a Minecraft player, if you're basically a grinder, if you're basically just there to chat with people, you don't even need to really do much, anything. It's up to you what you want to do. It's your own mind. It's your own perspective. It's your own everything like that. So whatever you can think of, you can actually do, pretty much. Within a certain limit, but still, it's almost no limits what you can do with it. This is why I play this game itself. Now I do play Minecraft from time to time too, but it's been a while, just because I'm spending so much time. Now, there is parts in this game. Now, this is Neo City. They don't have nothing else built over there. But what I'm going to do here is hit respawn. And see if I can get back to one of the main areas. Okay, as I said before, this is the spawn point. So anyway, this is only one of the clubs. There's a lot of clubs and stuff like that. If you are interested in this game itself, give it a try. Not saying you're going to like the game. Not saying you're going to like the game itself, but I would suggest giving it a try to see if you actually like the game. Like, I mean, it's not a horror genre game. If you die, you're not going to lose your materials. You're not going to lose levels. You're not going to lose anything. Everything that you do is basically elimination. Process of elimination, just having fun with the grind. And once you get something, hey, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Like I said, how are you doing, says. Well, you can use a Chaos Forge. You can craft one. Basically, go to your adventures table and craft one. Very easy to do. If you look at exactly what it is, you just go in and craft one through your adventure table. You should be able to get that through your tables itself. If you need me to craft you one, I will. I can, if you're on PS4, PS5. Well, actually, no. Like the new class, I will tell you, the Solarian is slower movement, but it does more damage. It's like the Ice Age and stuff like that, you know? Basically, you're trading off your movement speed for basically your damage. It's like the Ice Age, the Gunslinger, the Neo Ninja is kind of like the Shadow Hunter to a point. Just a little bit more speed added to it, but it's what it is. It's making a trade-off, like if you're doing delves and stuff like that. So just to let you know, the class is better in somewhat. But it depends on what you're using the class for. If you're using it for grinding, it's no good for grinding. It's absolutely useless for grinding. Like, it's way too slow. I'll show you what I mean. Like, I mean, I've got it set to where my Solarian, as you notice, it's really slow. Even with movement speed added to the character, it's really extremely slow. But it can do the damage. Like, I mean, think of it this way. When I look at this character, I look at it as a delve runner. I don't look at it as a grinder. It doesn't work because it's too slow. It's too slow to do anything else. The damage stuff output is perfect. Like, I mean, I'm still working on the character. Of course, this is a Uber 11. And, of course, I'm still trying to make out the max damage. Well, think of it this way. What I did with my Shadow Hunter, I'll explain this one there, says. What I did with this one, I'm actually made it a little bit different. Now, I never followed YouTube builds or YouTuber builds. I done my own. And what I did was basically used the Pyro Disc for Curse Skulls. I used Stinging Curse for doing one type of damage. And I'm also using Vampiric Vanquisher to keep myself alive. Then I'm also using the Class Gem. Now, I could switch the Vampiric Vanquisher into the Berserk Battler to get more light for my character, but where I don't use attack speed on a Shadow Hunter, it's kind of not needed to a point. Now, if you're using it for delves, you can make a delve build that way. You might be able to do a little bit more damage on U11, but the U11 damage is kind of negotiable of how much damage you need to put out. And that's exactly what happens. So that's what my build is so far with this character. And I've been using this character for years. Since I started playing on the console. Because I know, one, they can actually nerf the character and absolutely screw it over. Or they can leave it alone. And in most cases, they've been leaving the Shadow Hunter alone. Like, look at what they did with the Neo Ninja. They actually turned around and changed the stats of that, where even in the Shadow Towers, back in the day, used to be cursed skulls in the corners, the four corners. They actually stopped people from using that. So it couldn't use the shuriken, so they couldn't one-shot a boss anymore, and so on and so forth. So what they do with this game itself, the way they change it, like, I mean, think of it this way. Every online game will actually nerf or increase another character's values. The thing is, if you worked on a character, and it's going to cost you a lot of points and stuff like that, and a lot of other stuff, just to rebuild. Okay, think of it this way. This is why I'm not worried about PR as of such. If you come up with a new, a new weapon style, not new weapon style, but new weapon level, to say if you drop to C5, I don't mind having C4 on my character to get to C5, but the only thing is, how are you going to be there to grind that C5 if they're actually ever going to release it? And so on and so forth. So you got to think about the rarity of something, how long it's going to take you, and how much PR and stuff it's going to give you. That's exactly how that works. So, like, I mean, when it comes to answer your question, well, basically, Shadowhunter is really fun to grind with. It's a one-touch wonder. It's nothing to actually worry about. Like, I mean, you have to hit a button, kill. Hit a button, kill. And that's pretty much how it works. Not like the Neo Ninja and so on and so forth, where you can actually got to be able to do a couple of button presses to get that character to work right. So you basically just press on one button and done. And then you also get to don't have to worry about the potions or pots when you're actually doing it, because this is exactly the build that I did for this character, so I don't have to worry about that. So I can grind forever without dying. The only time I actually die with this character if I glitch or it's going to cause me problems. And I mean, that's in-game problems. I cannot change in-game problems whatsoever. And that's exactly what I'm saying to you guys. Like, I mean, when it comes to that, certain builds will actually work and certain builds will not. Like, certain builds are made for pure damage. But like I said, if you want to use Death Defying, that's up to you. If you still want to use Unyielding, that's up to you. You can use still whatever you want into it. Like, I mean, have your own customizations. But this is a customization I worked on for the last probably a year and a half. Because the thing is, trying to get the PR and stuff like that, like I said, and try to get things going, It does take a little bit to augment your gems. But let me show you exactly my DPS and my stats so far. And like I said, if you come out with Crystalline 5 or any type of Crystalline gear, I will be actually ready for that. So give me a second here. Um, Looks like I'm going into PvP, which is really nice. But I'll be able to show you that once my PvP match is over. It's just going to be very quick. The stats I have on this character will actually do any Uber, anything to do with delves and stuff like that. Like I can get about 130, 133 delve is the highest I can do, even with buffs, which is very low for a Shadow Hunter to a point. But I do have it set to only for grinding. Whoa, this guy is trying to hit me. Whoa, get off of me, guy. Yep, he's going to lock onto me, which is not a good thing. I'm going to say goodbye so I can end this right quick. I hate people doing that. It's just don't point to it. I'm going to say exit this so I can actually... Okay, there's three ways of getting to empowered gems. Empowered gems are found in basically... I'll show you exactly where to get them to a point. Okay, I'll show you exactly where to get them to, dude. I'll show you exactly how to get them. What you want to go into, basically, Geode Sanctuary. Geode Sanctuary would be one spot to get them, which is on this level. When you're going through the portals, you go over to here. You got to get your Geo to mastery of 100 to really get anything from it, because of course it's in this zone here. And what you want to do is just get this one, cosmetic, but as you notice, it does require lunar souls. So you want to basically get those boxes when you can, but there's another way of doing it too. And let me show you another way. When you go actually to a club world, that's number one. If you don't have the materials, you don't have to use it. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back to Vertex and basically to show you the second way of doing it. And the third way, I'm sorry, the third way itself is, now I'm going to see if I can get the traveling merchant is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that traveling merchant. And if I can't find it in this club world, nope, I'm not going to find it in this club world. Let me see. I've got a bunch of clubs I can go to. I'm going to go to Boot Trophy for a second. And I should be right in front of a traveling merchant. And because I usually go in here a lot. Now, these are your qubits. Yeah, traveling merchant. There it is. This is the merchant, the merchant prince. You can actually get empowered gem boxes, but the only thing with it is this: it only gives you radiant gems. Radiant gems versus stellar. Let me think. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. Why? Because then you can actually go back to your cornerstone. Like, I mean, when it comes to that, you get 10 fragments of doing that. Oh, and the third way. Let me explain the third way before I actually even get into this detail. You want to be able to do the weeklies. The weekly challenges, which basically is under leaderboards, and you'll see like contests, and you'll have different contests for like the Shadow Hunter and so on and so forth, and you'll have different things that will be there. Like I said, right now it's opening box week, and like I said, right now I'm actually guaranteed one of them. So I'm getting like I'm getting all the enchantment stuff. I'm getting 50 clovers, 100 the 50 clovers, 20 horseshoes, and 10 ladybugs. So that works. But now, let me explain this one. When you actually go to your cornerstone, and if you've got the basically adventures table, you go into gems, and you come over here. As you can see, I can make 44 of them, but they're all stellars. So you take your fragments of 10 fragments and basically make them, or remake your gems. So you take the radiant gems itself and basically make them all into stellars. And then you have your stellars for every single class, and that's how you do it. Like, I mean, it takes a bit of grind. Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh, it's called the Adventures table. It's called the Adventures table. It's just you get the builders, then you get the adventures, adventures crafter, and then you'll see gems on the very bottom. Like I said, if you're new to Trove and stuff like that, you're trying to figure out what to do. That's exactly what to do. Like I mean, it takes a little bit of grind and stuff like that, but that's exactly yeah. Right now, I can make 44 of stellar gems, but I don't need stellar gems anymore because I've been playing this game for so long. Like I mean, I just stockpile right now, which is fine, which is fine. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to that, like I said, you want to look at exactly what to do with that. So you know how to do your stellar gems. Like I said, anyone else got a question like that? I'm more than willing to answer the question. If you do play a Trove or anything like that, like I said, you can always. Can I what? Delete is not a good thing, dude. Don't delete your gems. You can replace your gems. You can actually replace your gems. Don't delete. Don't never do that. Never. The only thing is when you actually get it. Let me says. I will tell you this. Let me explain this one to you. Do never delete something that you're going to be working on. Okay. Because if you start deleting your stuff, it's not going to be good. Anyway, I just got troved. But anyway, regardless of that, and that reminds me, I've got to get ready to book it anyway. Hey, Goofy, what's up, my friend? How are you doing today? Of course, I just got troved. As you see, my screen just locked up. But I guess I can still chat to you guys. So I got about another 5 minutes anyway. Awesome, dude. Like I said, well, I'm doing good. I'm doing what I need to do, of course. Let me give you that one back. There you go. A little bit of support to your channel as well. And thanks for the follow as well. But yeah, like I said, this is what I do. I love doing, like I said, I love doing Trove and stuff like that. Because I find that Trove is a lot less stressful and stuff like that. It's a lot more fun, too. Like, I mean, if you get into the game. It is a super grinder. I know the screen is locked right now. I can't do nothing unless I end my stream. I can't reset that. But anyway, regardless, I can still answer your questions and stuff like that, which is fine. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to it, like what you want to look for, like I said, into a game, that if you do have a major ADD and ADHD, this game will actually be not frustrating. Like, I mean, even if you die, you're like, oh man, I just died. And that's pretty much all you do. Like, I mean, you don't lose anything from doing that. Basically, it's a process of an elimination game. You look at your collections list and stuff like that. You can actually work on that. So anyway, regardless of that, what I'm going to have to do right now, guys, I'm going to have to end my stream here. Because, like I said, not because it's just for us, but I do have a doctor's appointment right now to get ready for. So I'll be talking to you guys later, of course. Like I said, if you like my stream so far, you can always hit that follow button, and I will get back to you when I can. Of course, after I come back this afternoon, if you're still playing your games as well for KCB, like I said, thanks for the support, of course, once again, and thanks for all of those people itself. Oh, I'm always taking care of my friend. That's one of the things in life, because I never stress out over little things, because the big things, once they hit you, it hits you like a ton of bricks. And that is a good life lesson that I learned over the years. Like I said, don't stress out, because it's not worth it going over. But anyway, that's only something that I learned how to do, and whatever the case may be. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye because right now I'm just babbling on because of what it is. Anyway, I'm going to say laters, gators, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Be safe for now, guys, and have fun.